am 2 Dex.
Nice place. Ever been there?
Last time I was on Earth, about 5 years ago.
When I see you staring like that, it's usually in the other direction, out into the Sahardic. Any special significance to this place that I need to know about?
Not anymore. Close picture.
We can talk about her, you know. Unless it's classified information.
There's nothing to talk about, Kip. It's over. Trust me.
Goaling patient in respiratory flux.
Help me boost him. It's not ventilating. Hang in there, Gilles. I'll assist your intake and help you breathe. 20 megs nebulized amylene.
20 megs of nebulized amylene.
Respiratory failure
Administering.
Wide open.
Wide open.
30 megs.
30 megs. You want me to run a trach feed?
No. Baton, what do you think?
Respiratory failure is only a symptom. His entire metabolic integrity is endangered.
Projection hit.
Expiratory function is deteriorating. Estimated decline projected at 14% of current ventilation
I got the
parameter.
picture, thanks. Baton, do you have any ideas how to stimulate cell regen of the ventral sac so we can get his lungs working?
What end? Respiratory failure is symptomatic of second stage thorax row in the Goaling species.
My condition is getting worse, isn't it?
There's no reason to give up hope. It just means we have to work a little harder to beat this thing, that's all. Doctor, can I see you outside? What were you thinking?
Acute perception is also quite common in this species. He already knows the truth.
I don't tolerate fatalism from anyone, especially consulting surgeons.
There is a difference between fatalism and realism. I prefer the latter.
As soon as you give up hope, so does the patient.
I have no objection to hope when appropriate.
Gilles is slipping. That does not mean we start burying him.
The truth remains, there is no cure for his condition. Thorax row is fatal.
Yes, well, sometimes the truth is overrated.
Dr. Breslauer. Dr. Breslauer, it's Ani. I hope I'm not waking you.
No, I was just going over all of yesterday's admissions. What is it, Ani?
I think Dr. Maxwell was expecting you to join him on his rounds this morning.
Oh, my God. Tell him I'm on my way.
Dr. Breslauer, were we expecting any VIPs today?
Not that I'm aware of. Why?
Because there's a council shuttle coming in from Kalavata that's docking now.
Okay, why don't you and Drew go meet them at the launch bay?
Doctor.
Yes.
Drew is supposed to be on rounds with Dr. Maxwell this morning.
Supposed to be? Is that your diplomatic way of saying she's late, Ani? Come on, I'll cover it myself.
ISC transport passenger.
How are you doing, son?
Okay, I guess.
Well, you're about to feel a lot better, I promise.
I'm Dr. Helen Breslauer. How can I help you?
Trevor Kelly, I'd like to see Dr. DeMiller, the Chief of Staff, if you don't mind.
Well, I'm the Director of Medicine, so if there's a
I
problem...
really don't have time to discuss your resume, Dr. Breslauer. My son is not well. He demands immediate attention, and I'm quite sure you don't have the authority to administer the treatment I'm seeking.
All right, then. Ani, will you check on Dr. DeMiller's availability? And Mr. Kelly, if you don't object, I will perform your son's admission exam in order to expedite the process.
Fine. Do what you need to.
All right, folks?
Hey, sorry I'm late.
You're called a resident because you live here, not because you visit once in a while. If the extra shift is too much...
No, I can handle it, Dr. Maxwell. I mean, Grote, it's not going to happen again. Here.
What's this?
It's my personal records and med files. I know you and Helen are tight, and her opinion of me isn't exactly stellar, so I wanted you to know what I've done.
If it's all the same to you, I prefer forming my own opinions. I am much less interested in your past than I am in your patients. There's a woman in exam 3 with a pain in her hand. I'd like you to give her a prelim and then report to me before you proceed. And get me the latest research on an alien disease, thorax row, ASAP.
You got it.
Yes, it's true. We've had some encouraging results with golden blood. But the tests have all been highly experimental. Any curative properties in living humans is, at this point, theoretical at best. Certainly nothing to support an interspecies blood transfusion.
But I'm bringing you the opportunity to make medical history.
I'm sure, Mr. Kelly, you must realize that it's not that simple.
I know that you have a Golem patient registered here. He's been here for a week, and his condition was downgraded to critical this morning.
Patient records are privileged information.
My son is dying, Dr. DeMilla. And so far, nobody's been able to treat Clayton's thalassemia because most of them have never even seen a case of it.
It's a very rare disease.
That's right. So I've decided to better my odds this time. Use some of the privilege that goes with being a new member of the ISC board. Now, you know as well as I do that everybody needs help. Right now, I need yours. But I'm guessing that someday soon, you'll need mine.
Tell me, Mr. Kelly. Is that meant as a bribe or a threat?
I didn't travel half the galaxy to mince words, Doctor. This is my last resort. I'll do everything in my power to save my son.
Sounds like you've got a strong heart.
Yeah, you can be straight with me. I know I've got thalassemia.
How were you diagnosed, Clayton?
He was on Earth. I was skyboarding and missed a 360 jump. After the doctors finished checking me out, they found it. But my file reads like a who's who of galactic medicine by now.
Are you in any discomfort? Is there something I can get you?
If you could offload the new Eternity Smith game, that would be true. Yeah, I know my parents think those games get me too worked up, but it's not like it's gonna kill me, right?
I'm sorry to pull you out, but we've been summoned.
I'll be right there. No promises. I'll see what I can do.
DeMilla's called for a meeting of the minds. Do you have any idea what this is about?
Maybe. As soon as that ISC shuttle came in, I knew it was going to be an interesting day. I heard Drew flaked on you this morning.
Got her on double shifts, unless you would like to be supervising her now.
Just washing your back. You've got to be tough with her or she's going to walk all over you.
Oh, so this is my back we're concerned about.
I'm a flight attendant for Galways. Fortunately, so far, no one has objected to my wearing gloves. Were you born with this condition, Miss Blythe? It's a strange part. It started growing this way only 2 months ago. All I can think is that I travel so much, maybe I contracted some kind of alien disease. Well, that's a possibility.
I can guess where this is going.
I'm simply asking for your professional opinions as to whether this type of blood transfusion is even theoretically possible in humans.
In theory, anything is possible, but you're asking us to consider experimenting on patients.
The man sits on the Interspecies Council, Growth. The last time I checked, they designate our funding.
You don't think he'd actually use that against us, do you?
I don't want to find out. But I do want to know if we turn him down that it's for a good and simple reason, such as this procedure will not work.
In my opinion, the procedure would be difficult, but theoretically possible.
It is also theoretically possible that we risk doing more harm than good.
I've always been under the impression that humans had a natural affinity for risk-taking.
Yes, well, this is way beyond risk-taking. This is reckless. We don't even have relevant blood capability data with healthy donors, because the truth is we're talking about gambling with the lives of 2 very sick patients.
Sometimes the truth is overrated.
What do you think, Helen?
I think Claude's right. If we had more to go on here, maybe, but it seems like we're just taking a shot in the dark.
None of us can guarantee that if we attempt this procedure, we won't end up killing them both for nothing.
But your patient is dying anyway.
But that doesn't give us the right just to push him along.
Yeah.
Dr. Breslauer, you have a message.
Yes. Dr. Breslauer, I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's a patient who absolutely insists on seeing you, and I think Ani is running out of nice things to say.
That's a first. Excuse me, gentlemen.
Please be advised, Mr. Savard. I have exhausted all manner of persuasion. I am now authorized to remove you from that position by whatever means necessary.
Passion? I love that in a woman.
Not from her, you won't.
This is quite a display, Stephen.
If Muhammad won't come to the mountain.
I'll take it from here, honey.
Mission accomplished. Thank you, ladies.
I wasn't a meeting, you know.
And I've been leaving you messages for days. At least I think that was me.
Oh, so you decided to come and make a spectacle of yourself.
For the right woman, yeah. In a heartbeat. Now, the fact of the matter is the company says I'm due for a routine physical. So, since I happen to be dating this great doctor at Mercy Point.
It was all of 2 dates, Stephen.
It was 3. You just missed the last one. Which was a shame because we had a wonderful time. You want to hear about it? I could have sworn you enjoyed the first 2.
I did, actually.
So, since you're no longer in a meeting and I need a simple exam, and you owe me a date, you say we find an empty room and I let you play doctor on me.
So, how soon can we start?
Here's the situation, Mr. Covey. Because this procedure could hasten the death of both patients, we've decided that we cannot treat your son unless or until the golden patient dies first.
That species doesn't even hold a seat on the ISC board. Most of them are ice diggers in Europa.
If you're suggesting somehow that your son's life is more important than an alien...
To me, yes. There's nothing more important than my son's life. You have 3 sons, Dr. DeMille. 5, 9, and 21 years old. I checked your file. Surely, as a father, you must understand.
This is not a question of understanding, Mr. Kelly, or of empathy. It's a question of ethics. To me, there is nothing more important than that in this hospital. I'm sorry. We can't help you.
Mercy Point will continue in a moment.
I know how this sounds. But sometimes I wish he would go to sleep like that. He spends what little energy he has each day just trying to stay positive. I know my husband's methods can be overbearing. But he hasn't given up hope yet. Which I guess you have to admire.
Is Clayton your only child?
We have 2 girls back on Earth. But Clayton, he's our firstborn. My husband never knew his real father. He had nothing until he built a satellite fortune for himself. His dream was to hand it all to Clayton someday. Doctor, how long does Clayton have?
Not long.
I don't care what you have to do. I want those files transferred to my shuttle system ASAP.
Yes, Mr. Kelly, they will be there immediately.
Hey, West Husing. You ever seen an Elch? Flash frozen, fresh from a drone's leg. Careful, man, it's dormant, not dead.
No, thanks. No. I just ate.
You look like hell. What's with the jacket over the M suit?
Can we talk in private?
Yeah, I'm on my way to the cargo hold. Send this little critter back to Gamma Mead 9.
Did you get the files I left for you?
Yeah,
Thanks.
From what I saw, there's no cure for 4X-ro, is there? No treatment either.
You need me for something?
Yeah, I finished the prelim exam on the flight attendant. She thought she contracted some kind of alien disease, but all the screen tests came up negative. So I started thinking maybe it's a genetic defect. But her history shows no gene manipulation, so I'm kind of stumped.
When you look at this, what do you see?
Metacarpals are enlarged bilaterally.
So a genetic defect was the right call. If you go with your instincts, what's next?
I order a gene map for her.
And?
I might have to go back a few generations to find the alteration. Should I check in with you if I find
If it comes up positive, don't fuss with it, fix it.
Okay.
Got a minute, Doctor?
Mr. Kelly.
I know you're very busy. I'll cut right to it. You spent the better part of 4 years on Mercy Point now.
Mm-hmm.
With the supplemental pay plan you're on, you've got quite a stack of Earth points piling up.
Oh, I see. So it was my files that you were digging up.
Look, I'm not here to make trouble. I just couldn't help but notice that in about 4 years, you will have earned yourself the right to live on Earth. Have you ever been there, Dr. Maxwell?
No, I haven't. Why?
It's the crown jewel of the galaxy. Well, there's no finer place to raise a family. That is your plan, isn't it? Settle down, have some kids.
Mr. Kelly, I really am sorry about your son, and I know what this means to you.
One call, Doctor. I can turn the 4 years into 2. What does that mean to you?
So, by the time I realized she was an E300 pleasure drone, we were already horizontal.
You remember the details. That's more than usual for you.
Come on, man. This is serious. You're the only one that can punto on this.
Believe me, I'm all ears.
So, last night, there we are, and it was great. Right when I'm about to seal the deal, wham! My whole body goes numb. It turns out she has some kind of electrical short or something.
You're kidding me.
No. And the worst part of it is, I can't get it down.
You think I should have accepted his offer?
No. But in light of the chance for the Kelly boy, I do think you ought to take a more realistic look at your patient.
And I'm say this altogether. I mean, why are we bending over backwards to save a human life at the cost of an alien life?
That's not the point, Rob.
Yes, it is.
You cannot do anything more for Gilles. And that is what is tearing at you, isn't it?
I've lost my share of patients before, Harris.
We all have. It doesn't make it any easier. But you cannot make an honest decision about this procedure or even really help your patient until you're ready to face that. Can you?
So what's the verdict, Helen? Do I get to see you again in some place other than Mercy Point?
We'll have to put that on hold, I'm afraid. Stephen, blood work is showing early signs of HS syndrome.
HS? I may be lovesick, but homesick?
I ran the test twice to be sure. See the irregular aggregations of your blood cells? So that usually begins.
But I've only been out a little over 2 years.
Yeah, well, homesickness syndrome is something completely unique to each person. All we know is that it's an environmental withdrawal for people born on Earth like us. We need to get back there as soon as possible, Stephen.
And if I don't?
First, you'll begin to lose muscle control, and then your hands will start to tremble until it spreads throughout your entire body, and seizures start. After that, dementia sets in, and if you wait too long, it can be fatal.
But a couple of months back on Earth, and I'm fine, right?
It's the only cure we know right now.
Well, there's a company transport leaving in a few days. Is that soon enough?
Yeah.
Sure you're not saying this just to get rid of me?
Steve.
Okay. So plan B. If I have to go back, why don't you come with me?
Now who's joking?
I'm serious. A couple of weeks in a rainforest somewhere, separate rooms if you want. No obligations. Just to see if there's any fire under all that smoke that's between us. You can't tell me you're not at least tempted.
Hey, look, I'm the one that skipped out on our third date, remember?
You're forgiven. Look, I can't get a shuttle back to the rest board for a couple of hours anyways. So just tell me you'll think about it and give me your answer then. That's all I'm asking.
1116, spaceborne. HR's 160, BP 70 over 30. Hypoglycemic coma.
We were in the mall zone and she just fainted. I didn't know what to do.
Has your daughter ever been tested for gluconia?
I don't think so, no. She's seizing. Oh my God.
All right, let's hold her down, keep her moving into trauma, and then we're gonna give her 50 megs of comazine to level off her glucose. Ani? Ani.
Got it, 50 comazine.
What's wrong? Sandra?
Molly, talk to her, please.
It's all right, Mrs. Hardy. They've just got to stabilize your daughter's blood sugar and the seizure will pass. Really, she'll be fine. So now why don't you just come with me and we'll take care of the registration.
But that other nurse seems so upset.
Oh, no, she's just a little concerned. That's all. She'll be fine.
He's already in the 3rd stage. Hippocrates can give you the details of his decline.
No, thanks. I'm wrestling with the idea of this transfusion.
You know my opinion. But he's your patient. Perhaps if you could explain your refusal.
My mom caught a virus from aliens, and my father blamed them for her death. A couple of years later, I'm working in a gas mine with him, and this scratch falls into a sifter, and I dive in after it. My dad went crazy. Said that I was a fool to risk my life for an alien. He hasn't spoken to me since.
So now Clayton's father asks you to risk Jill for the sake of his son. And being human, you resent it?
Maybe.
I know how strongly you feel about protecting other species, Dr. Maxwell. But I would ask that you give us the same respect you seem to have wanted from your father. It may be your decision, but it's not your life. Why not let Jill decide?
How you feeling?
I have stopped dreaming.
Jill, I know I promised that I wouldn't stop hoping, but our knowledge of Thorax Row is still not what it should be. It's spreading out from your lungs, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. I'm sorry. I can make sure that the pain in the final stages is minimal, but...
There's no need to apologize, Dr. Maxwell. Your efforts on my behalf were clear, even without your words. And I thank you for them. And for your hope.
We have a patient, a young boy with thalassemia. There's a chance that a transfusion with your blood may help him.
My blood for a human boy?
It's an experiment. It might even reduce what little time you have left, so if you don't want to do it, I won't ask you again.
And there is some hope for him?
Son, maybe. Yes.
Then it would be an honor to be a part of this experiment, Dr. Maxwell.
Mercy Point will continue in a moment.
what happens next.
In simple terms, we pump your blood through a synthetic ventricle, cooling it to 68 degrees.
My body temperature.
That's right. Then we do the same thing again through another ventricle, raising your blood temperature to 98.6. Then we extract the plasma elements, process them, and cross-transfuse.
Sounds simple enough.
You have the tough job. Believe me. Okay. You guys ready?
Decontamination complete. Decontamination complete.
Stephen!
My offer was just too good to pass up, right?
I thought I'd come in for a soon not.
Leave me hanging like that. See, I knew you had a heart.
Look, I really did enjoy our time together, and I'm flattered by your invitation, but my life's just a little too complicated right now to take that kind of time off work.
And the truth is, there's someone else. I already guessed as much. Well, you can't hate a guy for trying, right? You gotta go. You take care of yourself.
Stephen, just because I won't go with you doesn't mean there's somebody else.
Come on the 2 dates we had, how many times did the name Grote come up?
Grote? We're just friends.
Call it what you like. Just tell him for me how lucky he is. By him.
It's probably my imagination, but I feel colder. Do you feel any different, Jill?
Some of the pain is gone. But I feel tired.
How long have you been sick, Jill?
3 weeks.
My 1-year anniversary is coming up next week. Do you have a job, Jill?
The Golden don't have jobs. We have callings. Mine was history.
You taught it?
I remember our history. For everyone, I tell stories.
Sounds like a great job. I mean, calling. Yeah. If this experiment actually works and my dad doesn't make me run this company, I was thinking I might become a writer.
That, too, is a worthy calling. What would you write about?
It's the great thing about writing. Anything's possible. It doesn't matter if you're sick. Whatever you imagine, that's what happens. Maybe I could write about you.
So, it turns out that a great-great-grandmother used gene manipulation to correct a severe arthritis problem. Bacterial rinse. It's a very common practice last century.
My mother never got this.
Yeah, well, early gene manipulation relied on the OGOD theory. That's one gene, one disorder, and we now know it's far more complex than that. The result was, when one problem was fixed, another appeared, skipping several generations. You see, with the onset of arthritis, most people produce an excess of synovial fluid. And with you, the synovial tissue itself began multiplying, fusing the skin.
Does this mean that my granddaughter will have this too?
No. We can retroactively correct small mutations like that in less than an hour. You'll probably need one more surgical derm cleave in about a month. And if you'd like, I can do it myself.
Dr. Maxwell, we have a problem.
You gotta reduce outflow. He's losing autonomic tone.
What's wrong?
What's going on?
His platelets are unbinding.
Flow decreased by 20%. Ventricle reserve is at less than half capacity. Should I reduce GIL as well?
No.
What are you doing? What about Clay?
He's experiencing metabolic decline.
GIL's rate's improving.
What are you doing?
This defies all logic.
His vascular perfusion is dropping. It would seem that his immune system has rejected the new plasma.
Are you saying that this transfusion isn't working?
Not for your son.
It's working for GIL.
Stop this thing. Stop it right now.
It's not that simple.
The hell it isn't. Just turn off the lousy machine.
We've already suspended the procedure, which gives us a window of about 10 minutes at best to decide what to do. Now, I'm telling you right now that if we disconnect entirely, they both die.
I don't care. I started this damn thing. I can stop it.
You're out of line, Mr. Kelly. There's another life at stake here now. Your own private crusade is no longer relevant.
Look, I was against this thing from the beginning until I realized it really is not my decision.
What are you talking about?
It's your son's life, Mr. Kelly. Let him decide.
Yo, Siege, that anticoagulant you gave me really did the trick.
Excellent. You know, because Plan B was draining the blood with a large bore needle, and that's...
Not in this lifetime.
You know, I did have to get that treatment approved, though, so...
How's the hanging, Miss Tuesday?
There is nothing to discuss, Clay. If I let this continue, you will die.
Dad, I'm dying anyways. Been dying for the last 5 months.
So now you just want to give up on me?
That's enough, Trevor.
This is his life we're talking about, Faye.
Stop it, Dad. I don't want to fight you anymore. I don't want to fight you anymore.
You listen to me, Clay. We're in this together. We will find another alternative, I promise you.
You gotta face it. It's all you've got. You can't do a thing to change what's happening now.
He's right, Trevor.
Faye.
No. Just listen to him. Please.
Dad, you've had an amazing life. If somehow I could live up to that, I'm never gonna have the chance to. But there's one thing left for me to do. Something important. Something to be proud of. If I can, I want to save Gio.
I'll tell the doctors. We're ready to continue.
Oh, hi. Could I talk to you for a minute, Dr. Girano? So, was that idle curiosity, or are you checking up on me too now?
That thought never even crossed my mind.
Really? Because I got out of rehab a long time ago, CJ. And I don't need you and Helen circling me like vultures just waiting for me to fail.
All right, look, I can't speak for Helen, but I've never been about watching you or anyone else fail.
Well, then what were you looking for?
Thought I saw somebody I used to know. That's all.
No, I won't.
Transfusion is 95% complete.
Your son.
very brave.
Clay, you still there?
Baby.
Well, you're in a good mood. Get a call off station?
Yes, I did. I thought you were at the Pleiades base until tomorrow.
General's still not happy with the arrangement DeMille's proposing, so I get to play peacemaker.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't stay. We could share a bite. Something's wrong.
I want the truth about you and Drew, CJ. It's pretty clear from this morning that she was on your mind.
That is not how it is, believe me.
All right, well, then tell me how it is.
I told you, it's over. End of story.
Then it shouldn't be a problem to talk about it, right?
Right. And if you want all the gore details, you got it. But let me tell you something. Drew Breslauer is absolutely the last thing on my mind. Especially when you're around.
Okay. Then when you get back from this run, give me a call. We'll make a date to talk.
Dr. Maxwell said you wanted to see us.
Please. Closer. I have many kind words in my head. The most important are thank you for being good parents, for believing in this experiment, for letting Clayton save my life. Here is what I can give you in return. I will tell Clayton's story to the Goling. I will tell how one brave father fought for his son's right to live, and how that son earned the right to live forever in our history. That is the best ending I could write for him.
Thank you.
Harris. Oh.
Hey, DeMille's already gone. Some kind of problem at home with his son.
You mind if...
Kraut, I'm sorry about Clayton.
Well, at least he got to go on his own terms. You know, if I had
stuck to my guns and stopped that transfusion, my patient would not have been cured. I was wrong.
Hey, nobody knew what was going to happen in there. And sometimes it takes more guts to change your mind than to hold your ground, you know. And the fact is, you went for it, and because of that, your patient is alive now.
You know what I need? I need a drink. I need a drink and a solid meal. I have had nothing but junk food all day. Hungry?
Oh, I just ate, but...
Not a problem. Another time.
It's just that I've got to respond to this Pleiades space letter for Demilla, but sometime soon, okay?
You got it.
Okay.
Just don't work so hard.
Where did it come from?
For the mother
It will fully mature in less than 2 hours.
of all Voyagers.
A 29th century Borg. He may be drawn to the collective.
I can hear them.
We must resist that voice. The crew of Voyager will be destroyed if we don't.
Resistance is futile. Voyager, an all-new episode, tomorrow on the new UPN Prime.
Coming up on UPN News 13, coming up next, an entire community forced from their homes. Now the explosive details in a possible murder mystery. And go in search of alien life forms with your home computer, of all things. Find out more about this cosmic expedition for extraterrestrials. Plus, Greenpeace activists risk life and limb. How far will they go to keep the ship from making its delivery? Stay tuned. UPN News 13 coming your way next.
Now, live from Los Angeles, this is UPN News 13.
Previously on Mercy Point. But let me tell you something. Drew Breslauer is absolutely the last thing on my mind.
So, was that idle curiosity, or are you checking up on me too now?
That thought never even crossed my mind.
You should stay in emergency. That's where you belong.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, Molly, the electronic employee of the month is here. Should we all bow down?
How strange.
The only thing tougher than growing up was growing up in space. I mean, it's hard enough being a teenager, but with all the spacism and the cyber drugs and the sex. God, sex. I was into everything. I mean, then again, how could I not be? I mean, think about it. My father was a big question mark. My mom skipped out. My sister was always telling me what to do, but I wasn't about to listen. So for the most part, I was on my own, making my own decisions. It's a miracle I made it this far.
All the way to Mercy Point. Why here, Drew? Why now?
I went to this party one night with a girlfriend. We spent like 3-4 hours tripping on crobes. Thought we were living the good life. Until the next morning when I woke up and she didn't. You know how when you're scared and you want to grab hold of something safe, something familiar? Well, that morning I realized I couldn't anymore. Because there wasn't anything left. So I got myself into med school.
No small feat.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I just felt like medicine was the best way to heal.
Yourself or your patients?
Both.
Hello?
Good morning, Lieutenant. Ooh, you must have had a rough evening if you're just heading out now.
I had a very enjoyable evening, thank you very much.
It was my pleasure.
It certainly was. But we didn't have a chance to talk.
About what?
CJ, I don't want to be the nagging girlfriend. That's not me, and you know it. But for some reason, the less you say about Drew, the more I feel like we need to talk.
I have some time this afternoon. You stopping in?
You bet.
Based on statistical probabilities generated by observational experience and pre-programmed logic parameters, the pharmacodiscs were systematically categorized on a paradigm defined by typical dosage and frequency patterns.
Once again, without the tech talk.
I rearranged the meds. And I'd be happy to finish going over the rest of my efficiency improvements later if... Affection. Are you seeing anyone, Doctor?
I beg your pardon?
Dating. Are you involved with anyone?
Well, I wasn't told reason. Why would you ask, Connie?
Just wondering.
Good morning, ladies. Did I hear it right? Demilla is not coming in.
He took a personal day. Something about one of his kids.
Everything's all right.
You know Demilla. Never a problem.
Ah, well then I guess you're probably too busy to have a bite.
Oh, I've got 20 case files to finish, follow-ups.
Come on, it's nothing fancy. And besides, you know, the cat is away.
Okay, 1 hour, you pay, and nothing dried or...
Powdered, I like it. You're a discerning eater.
I wonder if Dr. Maxwell is seeing anyone.
What have we got? Severe arterial coagulation and vasculatory impaction. Poor guy's more backed up than a rush hour commuter shuttle. Background. Spaceborne names Tanazi, Cooper. Real He-Man. Built solar relays. Most recent exposure to natural G's, a vacation to Io.
That moon's a dung heap. Fellow must like to party.
Got into a bar brawl a few weeks back. Broken bottle, clipped his femoral, almost bled to death. Had a synthetic transfusion at a nearby base clinic.
And he's never carried enough real units. He's still on cell regeneration. He was finishing a reflector job when I found him. His body temp was 107. No wonder the synth blood is melting. How many blockages are we talking about here?
I lost count after 50.
Mr. Tanazi's body temp is 103.6. The patient's hemosystem is not flowing properly.
Synthetic cells outnumber O-negative cells 3 to 1.
Artificial blood is clotting and shutting off circulation. Let's get an arterial pressure reading and let's page hematology.
Cancel that page.
I can handle this.
I'm already briefed. Update hip.
Severe coagulation escalating. Clots now forming in limbs, neck, and torso.
Okay, 20 cc's of Gansett and find Dr. Gerardo. He's done this before.
But he's my patient.
Have you ever dealt with the synth blood meltdown, Drew?
Yes. In simulation, but...
All right, then I'm taking it from here. I'm sorry, but the real thing's a lot trickier. If you don't catch it right away, his entire body can turn into a big hemorrhage.
That's why I paged hematology.
He's already past that. It's nothing personal, Drew. Just watch and learn. That's my call. 50 megs of tremoline.
Lightning here is for big kids.
I got a Burger King Big Kids meal.
What's that?
It's got more food, you know, for big kids.
Well, I reckon he is a big kid. You reckon?
I reckon. Introducing the tasty new Burger King Big Kids meal. Now your kids can get more of the great tasting food they like, plus all the action and adventure of the new Wild Wild West movie. With Wild Wild West action toys like James West and his horse.
That's one smart horse.
You reckon? When you have it your way, it just tastes better.
Stress stinks. Arid works. Even under stress, Arid can help stop your worst-smelling sweat. Arid works. Arid, powerful protection against your worst-smelling sweat.
How Stephanie Becker eats a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, I like to eat one of my Reese's right away and save the other one for later. It's later.
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
Pros always call time. Time at the half, time for commercial, time for off-season. Not out here, man. Out here, you don't want to stop. You gotta be with your game, trying on new moves, saying, I came to play, without saying a word. Out here, this is the only reason you call time, unless a giant meteor falls from the sky, which ain't happened yet. Keep playing.
1-800-COLLECT presents Sergeant Savings.
Put down that phone, Private.
Who, me?
No, I'm talking to your friend, the human cartoon. Didn't your mama teach you to dial 1-800-COLLECT and save you $1 or $2? You got that chicken leg? Ma'am?
I know it's cheaper. I always use 1-800-COLLECT.
Good. Then clean that phone and remember to dial 1-800. COLLECT. Save $1 or $2 or $3.
Volume 2 decks.
Nice place. Ever been there?
Last time I was on Earth, about 5 years ago.
When I see you staring like that, it's usually in the other direction, out into the Sahardic. Any special significance to this place that I need to know about?
Not anymore. Close picture.
We can talk about her, you know. Unless it's classified information.
There's nothing to talk about, Kip. It's over. Trust me.
Goaling patient in respiratory flux.
Help me boost him. It's not ventilating.
Hang in there, Gilles. I'll assist your intake and help you breathe. 20 megs nebulized amylene.
20 megs of nebulized amylene.
Respiratory failure.
Administering.
Wide open.
Wide open.
30 megs.
30 megs. You want me to run a trach feed?
No.
Baton, what do you think? Respiratory failure is only a symptom. His entire metabolic integrity is endangered.
Projection hit.
Expiratory function is deteriorating. Estimated decline projected at 14% of current ventilation
I got the
parameters.
picture, thanks. Baton, do you have any ideas how to stimulate cell regen of the ventral sac so we can get his lungs working?
What end? Respiratory failure is symptomatic of second stage thorax row in the Golding species.
My condition is getting worse, isn't it?
There's no reason to give up hope. It just means we have to work a little harder to beat this thing, that's all. Doctor, can I see you outside? What were you thinking?
Acute perception is also quite common in this species. He already knows the truth.
I don't tolerate fatalism from anyone, especially consulting surgeons.
There is a difference between fatalism and realism. I prefer the latter.
As soon as you give up hope, so does the patient.
I have no objection to hope when appropriate.
Gilles is slipping. That does not mean we start burying him.
The truth remains, there is no cure for his condition. Thorax row is fatal.
Yes, well, sometimes the truth is overrated.
Dr. Breslauer. Dr. Breslauer, it's Ani. I hope I'm not waking you. No, I was just going over all of yesterday's admissions. What is it, Ani?
I think Dr. Maxwell was expecting you to join him on his rounds this morning.
Oh, my God. Tell him I'm on my way.
Dr. Breslauer, were we expecting any VIPs today?
Not that I'm aware of. Why?
Because there's a council shuttle coming in from Kalavata that's docking now.
Okay, why don't you and Drew go meet them at the launch bay?
Doctor.
Yes.
Drew is supposed to be on rounds with Dr. Maxwell this morning.
Supposed to be? Is that your diplomatic way of saying she's late, Ani? Come on, I'll cover it myself.
ISC transport passenger.
How are you doing, son?
Okay, I guess.
Well, you're about to feel a lot better, I promise.
I'm Dr. Helen Breslauer. How can I help you?
Trevor Kelly, I'd like to see Dr. DeMiller, the Chief of Staff, if you don't mind.
Well, I'm the Director of Medicine, so if there's a problem...
I really don't have time to discuss your resume, Dr. Breslauer. My son is not well. He demands immediate attention, and I'm quite sure you don't have the authority to administer the treatment I'm seeking.
All right, then. Ani, will you check on Dr. DeMiller's availability? And Mr. Kelly, if you don't object, I will perform your son's admission exam in order to expedite the process.
Fine. Do what you need to.
All right, folks.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
You're called a resident because you live here, not because you visit once in a while. If the extra shift is too much...
No, I can handle it, Dr. Maxwell. I mean, Grote, it's not going to happen again. Here.
What's this?
It's my personal records and med files. I know you and Helen are tight, and her opinion of me isn't exactly stellar, so I wanted you to know what I've done.
If it's all the same to you, I prefer forming my own opinions. I am much less interested in your past than I am in your patients. There's a woman in exam 3 with a pain in her hand. I'd like you to give her a prelim and then report to me before you proceed. And get me the latest research on an alien disease, Thorax Row, ASAP.
You got it.
Yes, it's true. We've had some encouraging results with golden blood. But the tests have all been highly experimental. Any curative properties in living